Support is growing to rename Cesar Chavez Street in Austin, but it'll take some work before it's a done deal.
We've been asking city leaders about the next steps in the process. The push to rename the street comes just days after sexual assault allegations against the labor rights leader came to light.
KVUE's Jose Alonso is live along Cesar Chavez Street near City Hall tonight for us. Jose?
Quita, Mark, Austin City Council members, multiple of them, have quickly voiced their support to rename Cesar Chavez Street. And the Austin Transportation and Public Works Department told us there are two paths that could be taken in this process. But local businesses along the street say there is more than just the name they believe should be changed. The conversation of renaming Cesar Chavez Street in Austin continues.
In my case, I respect everybody's opinion. I'm not against, I'm not in favor. We are a business open for everybody.
It's a dilemma for Maria Luisa Mendoza, co-owner of Mr. Natural, which is located on Cesar Chavez Street.
Wait to cross Cesar Chavez at Pleasant.
This surprise of information comes 30 years after his death. It's like, wow. It makes me to reflect on myself and my life.
The late Chicano activist is depicted on the store's outdoor mural. Recently, Chavez has been accused of sexually assaulting women and young girls. Mendoza says she's been contacted about removing his image.
And asking me, what am I gonna do with that? I said, well, I don't know. I talked to the muralist and he says, we need to do a fundraising because that is gonna cost a lot of $1,000.
Chavez's legacy is represented all over the street, from signage, a statue near Terrazas Branch Austin Public Library, and another mural that shares space with Trovador Custom Hats and Art Gallery.
It's a great mural, don't get me wrong. And like before we knew that, he had done negative things to hurt people, it was a wonderful thing to promote him for all the good he did.
Owner of the shop, Ryan McGrath, says he's on board with changing the mural and renaming the street.
Typically, you just don't want to be associated with supporting any type of negativity. Clearly looking towards our city's leadership.
To rename the street, City Council would either have to come up with a resolution or the community must follow the petition process like they did in 1993.
Let's hear it for Cesar Chavez Street.
Councilwoman Vanessa Fuentes of District 2 says they want the community's feedback.
If we decide to rename this after an individual, who should that individual be? Icons like Dolores Huerta, local icons like Marta Cotera come to mind. And so there are a lot of options here for us to consider. And I think the process in which we go about it has to be one that's intentional and thoughtful.
And you can't forget that Cesar Chavez Street runs right through the heart of the city. So how soon could the renaming process take place? Well, Councilwoman Fuentes says there's no set timeline, but the city understands the urgency.